Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to another Wetland Wonders. We're doing something special today. We're actually doing a DIY for bird feeders. And so my name is Jessica Tanguma. I'm a naturalist educator here at the EWBC. And I'm joined here with Becky Reyes, our naturalist interpreter.
Yeah.
So we are going to make some bird feeders. Right now we're in a really awesome time of our bird migration. We have a lot of birds traveling to South America for the winter because it's springtime over there. And we also have our bird feeders in the back. So if you see any cool birds and have any questions about those, feel free to let us know. Hopefully we can get this on there. But we have our supplies here, just a big rundown of what we're going to use. We have our newspaper just in case we make a big mess. It's going to be easy cleanup. We also have our bird seed vessels. So I have a pine cone. And Becky, what do you have?
I have half of a paper towel roll that was cut in half. Here's the other half. So we just got this paper towel roll and then I cut half. Now I have two.
Yeah. So we're reusing a lot of stuff too. We also have our yarn for hanging up our bird feeders. And then we have two utensils, whichever ones you would like to use. We have a spoon and a popsicle stick. This is going to help spread our peanut butter onto our feeders. And then we also have our bird seed.
Right on.
So this is what you'll need. And then at the end of the video, we'll post a page of the instructions and materials that you would need. So that way you'll have it there if you ever want to make this in the future. But yeah, so
Jess, what would we want to put bird feeders out anyways?
Oh, very good question. So bird feeding is a great way to ensure that birds are going to have additional energy just to make it through their journey. We feed during the late fall to early spring. That's when birds are migrating back and forth. And it's also a great way for us to get a closer view of wildlife while, in our own backyards.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can check it out in your own backyards. You can watch the birds eat from your feeder.
Yeah, and then
That sounds good.
It's pretty good. So if, just a heads up, I do have my video open. So if we run into any technical difficulties, just let us know in the comments. If you have any questions or comments, let us know. We'll try our best to reply to them via the video. But are you ready to get started, Becky?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
So we'll go ahead and get started with our yarn and our little vessel.
Okay.
For the pine cone, you're going to have to wrap the yarn around whichever part of the pine cone. I like to do it at the bottom or top. But for Becky, she's going to have to go through her paper towel tube.
Yeah. I can go through this way like this, right?
Yeah, and then you can make a nice
little ornament here.
Yeah. And so you can even use these to decorate your backyard because, it's fall time. It's almost Christmas time too, or the holiday season.
Yay.
And it's kind of like you're giving a gift to the birds. So they'll be enjoying. Yeah, it looks great.
Right on. Look at that, guys.
I'm going to keep mine a little loose because I'm going to end up tying this to a branch, a sturdy branch. But alrighty, so here is the fun, messy part.
Okay.
You're going to take your peanut butter. If you do have a peanut allergy, a good alternative would be sunflower seed butter, just because it's still edible for birds. It's also a little bit easier to get into your pine cone or onto your paper towel tube. So I'm going to take a big spoonful. This is usually about 2
Go ahead and grab
teaspoons.
a spoon here.
And you're just going to, if you have a pine cone, you're going to get into those crevices. It doesn't have to be neat because the birds will get to it eventually.
I think I grabbed a big blob.
Yeah, and for the paper towel tube, you just want to make sure that you cover all that paper.
Yeah. So I'm just going to use the popsicle stick to spread it to make it a little bit thinner. Then I just put a big blob of peanut butter on this thing here.
I mean, an unexpected breeze. But this is awesome. So peanut butter has a lot of fat, and fat is a great energy source. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we feed during late fall to early spring. We don't feed in the summer just because that's the time when birds start nesting. They have their young little babies in their nest, and so they tend to opt for more protein-rich food, so like insects and bugs and spiders. So they'll feed us to the nestlings. And then when the little babies grow up and they're ready to forage on their own or forage with their parents, they'll go out and the parents will show them what they should be eating. So we don't
Okay.
want to feed at that time because it might, make some conflicts in the bird feeding area. And then we also just want them to learn how to get their own, to feed themselves, how to get their own food source. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's looking pretty good. How's your coming?
Pretty good. One thing we also need is paper towels, napkins, because I'm making a mess over here.
I know. So,
But it's a fun mess. It's not a
yeah,
bad mess.
This is a good kind of mess, because if you're using peanut butter that you want to eat, it's maybe gone on your hands. You can just eat it. It's mess free in that case. But alrighty, I think I have a good, nice coating on my cone. Yeah.
All right.
I'll put this back down here.
And I pretty much coated mine
Sweet.
pretty well.
Alrighty, and so next we have our container here of bird seed, and what we're going to do is just dip it, roll it around, and make sure we cover all of our peanut butter. Very easy, very simple. I just like to make sure that all the peanut butter is covered, and I think that's it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get mine here. Mine's a little different though. I got to roll this thing.
Yeah.
How? Okay, so maybe if I use
A spoon to help cover it.
and roll it this way,
Nice.
make a little wheel.
Pretty awesome.
So
So yeah. I kind of don't want to let this down, because if I put it down, it might drop all the seeds.
yeah, I agree, and I'm making a mess here, but this is pretty fun.
Yeah, this is a great way. It's a nice DIY. It's very simple. It's you have most of the stuff that you're going to use anyway, and if you make a mess, that's okay, because like if you drop a couple of bird seeds on the ground, the birds are still going to get it.
Yeah.
Peanut butter on your hand, you get to enjoy that peanut butter.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And don't worry, I got the chachalacas eyeing me from a distance, watching me drop this seed. So they'll be on their way over here soon.
They'll enjoy the picnic table.
Yeah, they're gonna like the picnic table area here. With this one, Jess, though, it's we can hang this one on a tree branch or something. But even just sliding it through a branch that's sticking out, I could just do that as well.
Exactly. And if you don't have that a sturdy branch to hang it on, a fence post is great.
Yeah, fence post.
If you need to hammer or nail, very safely though, hammer or nail into the fence post, that's another way to do it. I might actually do that and make a nice bird feeding garland in my backyard.
There you go.
But yeah,
This is all fun here.
it's a great way to get birds to your backyard, to your area, and it's beneficial for both of you. They're getting something to eat, additional energy for their trip to South America or Mexico, and you get to benefit from watching them and have a bit of nature a little bit closer to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So yay, we got this one done.
So here are our bird feeders. We're gonna go hang these up and watch the birds come to them. See, very simple, very fast. You can do this with all ages. Just a heads up though, for bird feeding, you generally want to use what you can find in the stores of bird seed. We really don't want to use human food. So any bread, table scraps, chocolate that's harmful to birds, stick with this stuff. There's also other recipes out there on how to make peanut butter suet. You can use cookie cutters for those too.
And yeah.
But yeah, but that is it for our DIY. Super fast, super simple. We'll go ahead and post the instructions in the comment section, so that way you can refer to this, get a couple of tips on the side,
Yeah.
and then the method on how to do
Some
this.
fun information there. Well,
All
right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you all enjoyed this little DIY bird feeder activity. Hopefully you guys can do this at home with your families or friends, and just be outside in nature and just enjoy the birds and just nature all around you.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
we thank you guys again. Have a great day,
Have a good
everyone.
one.
Bye.